Interesting story coming out of Germany. A woman applied in 2012 to join the Berlin police force. Her name is being withheld for privacy reasons by the press. But she was rejected after authorities said her breast implants would prevent her from wearing riot gear. They argued the implants would mean the protective gear put so much pressure on her chest that there was a risk of fibrosis or other health problems. Now, I know this may sound silly at face value, but this appears to me to be rather clear sexism. I mean, think about what's going on. You can't join the police force, ma'am. Really? Why is that? Your tits. That's a convincing reason. Could you imagine for a second if a guy took a pill that actually made his dick bigger and they took a look at him and said, "Look, Shane, we love you, man, but your cock is too big. You're fired." That would be like the most outrageous, ridiculous thing ever. Or, "The cup doesn't fit you, man, sorry. You know, when we put on the SWAT gear or whatever, we always got to have the cup, and your junk doesn't fit in there, so we're going to have to let you go." That wouldn't happen. It's inconceivable. And I never understood why it's so difficult for some people to understand this basic approach. As long as the woman can pass the same physical fitness requirement tests as the men, they should be allowed into the army, they should be allowed as firefighters, they should be allowed as cops or SWAT forces or whatever. Okay? As long as they meet the physical requirements, that's it. No further questions. I don't care what your opinion is on, "But they have a vagina." I don't care. And you women on average have more estrogen. Okay. And she passed the physical requirement. That's all that matters. And this is a similar case, man. It's the same kind of mentality going on here. And thankfully, a Berlin administrative court on Tuesday upheld her challenge of the decision because a doctor testified that protective gear causes no greater health problems for a woman with implants. I mean, for fuck's sake, the doctor, the expert is like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about? She's fine. She's fine. She can wear the vest. It's fine." And let's say, hypothetically, the vest didn't fit her. Get her another fucking vest. Get her a bigger one. Let her wear that. If she needs a bigger one to fit her tits in there, by all means, get her the bigger one. Can't just fire her because of her fucking tits. It's crazy to me, man. Look, I agree, and it's just a fact that in most cases, breast implants are not associated with police officers. But that doesn't mean anything. What does that mean? That's like saying, well, we don't have as many redheads that are in the police force. Okay. So what? Does that mean you should stop somebody from joining the force if they are a redhead? It's just childish. And I think it was an excuse because they didn't want a woman on the force. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they had genuine concerns. But guess what? Those concerns have been answered. Those concerns have been put to rest. We know that they're not true. We know that she'd make a fine cop, and you need to suck it up if you have a problem with her tits. That sounded vaguely sexual.